Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department, Chief Craven.
Good afternoon. Fairfax County's Fire and Rescue Department, Police Department, Department of Emergency Management, and the Virginia State Corporation Commission have been on location 24/7 since the initial house explosion and natural gas leak on February 15th. To provide some context to this, the Fire and Rescue Department units have made 362 individual responses to the incident, and that provided 2,182 hours of firefighter service and a combined total of 5,000 hours of command staff to manage the event. Through the conversations during the evacuation, return visits to retrieve important belongings, town hall meetings, monitoring the area for safety, and even reoccupation, we have built friendships with the incredible residents impacted by the event. I'll testify to the level of strength and their resolve, and we hope that the constant presence of the public safety apparatus and personnel on scene, protecting them and their belongings, provides some level of peace of mind and comfort. We have supported the NTSB's investigation and the systematic testing and repairs completed by Washington Gas. Throughout the entirety of the process, our units and personnel cycle around the clock to take regularly scheduled atmospheric readings. We place crews and apparatus on site to protect the residents, crews working, and even coordinate with residents to conduct surveillance monitoring in and around the affected homes. We continue to support the NTSB and our utility partners. Washington Gas has completed repairs to a section of pipe where there was a leak identified at the corner of Quail Pond Court and Belle Plains Drive. Additional pressure testing of the surrounding distribution system was conducted in the impacted area, and no additional leaks were identified. As these repairs and pressure testing occurred over the course of the last 7 days, the Fire and Rescue Department has carefully evaluated and cleared homes for reoccupation. Every step is documented, every home is assessed individually. A portion of the initially evacuated homes have been reoccupied. The remaining 19 homes closest to the explosion gas leak continue to be monitored by Washington Gas and the Fire and Rescue Department. We anticipate that most of these will be cleared for reoccupation within the next 24 hours. We will not move forward until the conditions support it. The Fire and Rescue Department will continue to maintain a routine presence in the area for as long as operational needs require, and we will send firefighters to conduct surveillance monitoring, provide interior atmospheric testing upon request, and coordinate directly with the residents to address their concerns. Washington Gas has also implemented a phased monitoring plan for the affected area. This is a layered safety approach, deliberate, redundant, and sustained. In closing, our commitment is straightforward. We do not make assumptions, do not take shortcuts, and we do not make premature decisions when your safety is on the line. We appreciate the patience and cooperation of the residents affected by this incident. Our focus remains on their safety, their return home, and restoring normalcy in a reasonable, responsible, and controlled manner. We will continue to provide updates as appropriate. Thank you.
To our customers and the Fairfax County community, we understand how unsettling the past several days have been, and we recognize the concern, fear, and uncertainty that many have felt. Your safety, your homes, and your peace of mind matter, and they guide every decision we make. We are grateful for our role in this community and ask for patience as we rebuild trust and work through this incident together. What occurred was met with the kind of coordinated, disciplined response that Fairfax County residents should be proud of. The rapid, professional, multi-agency effort in the hours and days that followed reflected the very best of this community. We want to extend our deepest thanks to the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department and the Fairfax County Police Department. Their leadership, expertise, and nonstop presence ensured that the situation was contained, monitored, and managed with an unwavering focus. The Virginia State Corporation Commission and the National Transportation Safety Board, also known as the NTSB, have overseen this investigation from the outset. Because the NTSB is now the lead investigative agency, Washington Gas cannot release certain details about the cause of the incident itself. That information will come only from the NTSB when their investigation is complete. What we can share, and what matters most to our customers right now, are the actions taken to secure the system, repair the affected pipe, and ensure your homes were safe to return to. Importantly, the NTSB stated directly that their investigation team directed and oversaw Washington Gas conduct additional pressure testing of the surrounding distribution system in the area where gas was indicated and found no evidence of any other leaks. Before inviting any residents back into their home, Washington Gas, along with the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department, completed extensive safety checks. For the families of the 41 homes affected by the incident, but who were not mandatorily evacuated, we undertook the following safety steps. First, we conducted multiple neighborhood leak surveys. Immediately following the incident, we surveyed the affected area and an area outside the evacuation zone to detect leaks. Second, we established and monitored a defined safety perimeter. Where we had indications that gas had migrated, a control boundary was set. Both the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department and Washington Gas crews maintained a constant presence to monitor conditions. This monitoring included checks both inside and outside homes. Monitoring has continued and will remain ongoing. Third, we had a gradual return of gas into the pipeline system. Pressure was reintroduced in 4 stages, with additional leak surveys at every stage before proceeding. Gas service was carefully reintroduced in a controlled manner. And finally, individual home safety checks were performed. The Fairfax Fire and Rescue Department performed their gas reading assessment. Then Washington Gas performed a leak check on your home gas piping and confirmed proper operation of all appliances. Lastly, Fairfax Fire and Rescue Department then conducted a final assessment to confirm that no gas was present in the home. Only after all these steps were completed and conditions remained stable was your home deemed safe for reentry. For the families who live in the 19 homes on Belle Plains Drive, every one of the safety steps I just described was completed before any consideration was given to allow re-entry. In addition, the fire department is committed to monitoring gas levels inside each of your homes for 48 continuous hours. Gas readings are required to remain at 0 for at least the final 12 hours of that period. Only once those conditions are met and verified will your home be approved for safe return. Safety is not an abstract principle for us. It is the foundation of every technical, operational, and communication decision we make. During this incident, it meant doing the work methodically, transparently, and in partnership with every agency involved. Washington Gas remains firmly committed to the ongoing safety of the community. We will continue to conduct active monitoring throughout the restoration period and beyond. Our work in the Belle Plains Drive and Quail Pine Court area is not over. We will maintain a visible, consistent presence to ensure the system remains stable and that there is no further gas migration. The leak that occurred introduced gas into the soil. An ongoing monitoring plan will ensure this gas does not present a hazard. The low concentrations of gas will dissipate over time, but you may observe us operating equipment to speed up this process. For the entire neighborhood, continuous monitoring is currently in place. Washington Gas has established a comprehensive multi-phase monitoring plan developed in coordination with and fully approved by the Virginia State Corporation Committee and the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department. This plan ensures that we are checking, rechecking, and validating system stability in a structured and disciplined way over time. Throughout this process, Washington Gas will continue to closely evaluate all survey results. If conditions change and data indicates that additional monitoring is needed, we are prepared to increase the frequency or scope of our work. Washington Gas is committed to rebuilding and strengthening community trust. We know trust is earned, not given. And especially in moments like this, our responsibility to you is to demonstrate through action, clarity, and presence that your safety is our priority. We live and work in this community. We are your neighbors, and we will continue to communicate as openly and as transparently as possible, not only now, but every day going forward. All of this information that I've discussed today will be available on our website, and we will continue to communicate directly with our customers as updates become available. Thank you. Several questions, so I'll make sure I'll get them. First, my name is Jason Weekly. I'm the Senior Vice President of Utility Operations for Washington Gas. In terms of, this is a tragic event. It's something that, but it also remains a very rare event. And so, regarding communications with the community, we have been out here since this started. We've been communicating directly with the folks in the community. And we'll continue to do that.
If one of your customers, advanced leak detection systems, are those going to be in place?
Regarding advanced leak detection, currently, you may or may not know, the state code requires a leak detection every 5 years for these types of systems. We currently do that, a leak survey every 3 years. We've actually purchased some advanced leak detection devices and are actually going to accelerate our leak detection programs going forward. So those will be deployed.
Thank you. If one of your customers smells gas, what should they do?
Why don't I bring up our customer service leader to really go through a lot of those details and the support they can get when they call in.
I'm Michelle Musgrove. I'm the Vice President of Customer Experience. So if a customer smells gas, they can always call 911. We also maintain...
Should that be the first call? So I don't mean to cut you off.
Yes, absolutely. We also maintain an emergency services line that is open 24/7. Based on the information that is provided in that line, we will send someone out to address the leak or to address the odor as quickly as we can, obviously depending upon location, weather, roads, that comes into play, but we'll get somebody out as soon as we can and immediately if somebody calls in with that odor call.
Neighbors did make that call on the day of this explosion, and they say Washington Gas crews were out all day long and still a house exploded. What do we know about what that crew was doing and what should have been done differently there was somebody out here, they could have tested a lot more.
So unfortunately, that is part of the NTSB investigation and what led up to those events, so that will be in the final report from them.
Neighbors say they saw that crew attempting to leave the scene the moments after the house explosion. Have you been able to confirm that was the action taken by the crew here on scene shortly after the explosion?
That is part of the investigation, but our folks have very strict protocols about what they are measuring, what they are looking for, and what to do based on their findings.
Is it protocol
And it
to
is.
stay on scene should there be a house explosion?
There are protocols for all types of scenarios, but again, what you're asking me is part of the NTSB investigation, unfortunately.
Generally speaking, would you like that crew to stay on scene if there was
I can't speak hypothetically about what might happen. They will follow based on what their findings are for that day. Thank you.
What the fire department and you at the gas company said, saying 48 hours these homes need to be monitored, the final 12 they need to be zero. You said 24 hours. So where are we at in that process now? When is that final 12 hours going to be up, and you can hopefully tell these folks? Yeah, thank you. The question was, when is the initial monitoring phase after gas service is restored and houses are relit? When is that monitoring period over where we can actually give a green light competently and know that everybody's safe and allow the residents to move back in? That period actually ends late tonight. That 48-hour initial period where we take readings and ensure that they have 0% LEL in all the 19 homes. So hopefully late tonight or early tomorrow morning we can message most of those people that are still evacuated that they can re-enter their homes. Is it possible, like 1, 2 in the morning, they'll be able to re-enter? We do a coordinated re-entry program. It's in coordination with Department of Emergency Management. So just like the homes that have been reoccupied, they would rendezvous with fire department and emergency management staff, and then we would make sure that we clear the house, show them all the readings are 0, so they have that confidence and faith, and then allow them to return back to their residence. So it sounds like realistically this will probably be a process that goes on, if all goes well, tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah, that's what we anticipate. Final readings will be done after dinner time tonight. Thank you.
For Washington Gas, can you speak to the system integrity in this area? I mean, how old are the pipes in the system? Any, I guess, kind of data on that? And do you feel confident with the repairs that are made that you're not going to be back out here in a couple of weeks with all of these?
Yeah, a lot of that is part of the investigation, but I can tell you we've conducted multiple safety surveys, multiple leak surveys, so we're very confident in the safety of the system in this area. And again, that's going to be part of the investigation, and we'll see what the NTSB findings are around that.
Is that something you normally are concerned about, that there's a lot of heavy snow on the ground that you
Yeah, it's again, I think we'll learn more through the investigation and see what the results of that are.
I talked to some folks who really wanted to get back to their homes, but at the same time they were nervous to go back to their homes.
Sure.
What do you want to tell them? Just sum up some of what you said as far as what you've done just to make sure, hey, this is not going to happen again.
Sure. Now, in terms of folks feeling comfortable coming back in their homes, we've been on site the whole time, and through that, working with the other agencies to make sure that the issue was identified and corrected, and then multiple leak surveys, multiple safety checks of this area, not only this area but surrounding areas, and then all the things that the fire department talked about, the chief talked about in terms of checks in the homes, and then checking house piping, checking appliances, so to ensure that folks that they know it's safe and they feel comfortable to return to their homes.
Can you describe the pipe in question? I've heard reports that it's been described as a piece of plastic pipe. Can you describe it more in depth, or perhaps show an example if possible?
I really can't, because that's part of our investigation, or part of the NTSB investigation.
This isn't the first incident, and I mean, accidents are going to happen, even just simply by aging infrastructure. But over time, I guess, what does the company observe as far as trends, and how do you proactively try to prevent things from happening? Is it replacing pipes? Is it reworking joints or welds? I don't know how it all works, so I'm kind of asking a general question.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for that. Yeah, in general, the vast majority of the people that work at Washington Gas are focused on safety. So whether that's safety surveys that we're performing or monitoring, there's several rules and regulations in terms of what we do to monitor our system and to ensure that, and that could be leak survey, that could be other types of testing to make sure the system is safe. After we do have also programs that allow us to replace older infrastructure that are approved through the state. And so in collaboration with the state through those programs, we will have active replacement programs, so to put in new pipelines to be able to ensure that our system is safe as well.
The section that leaked, was it in the distribution section of the street, or the individual line running to each house?
Yeah, I really can't say based on that being part of the investigation.
Thank you, everyone. We will be conducting a virtual town hall for residents tonight at 7 p.m. You can find the YouTube link on the incident webpage that's set up. Residents are encouraged to submit questions beforehand to quailpond@publicinput.com. Thank you so much.